Hey, what's going on? This is my Climbed Legend Part 1, Legend Story Time. I'm playing my Tempo Demon Hunter, which I've grown really fond of because of my own tweaks. I think grinding is a lot more fun when you've got a deck that you have personally tweaked. When you just take a list from HS Replay, it can be a good list, but it can feel impersonal, like you don't know the deck inside out, why every card is there. But when you carefully decide to include or exclude every card in the list, then it becomes your deck, and I think the process is more fun. So here I'm playing a Zoo Warlock, as you can see clearly. That was maybe the toughest decision there. Should I Maiev there or what? The magic carpets are scary. Kind of trying the balance there, keeping him in check before he kind of grows out of control, and also chipping away because I'm just trying to close the game. I know I'm not going to be able to fend him off forever, so my goal is just fend him off long enough, and I did it. Here I'm playing Warrior, and I don't know what to expect with Warrior. I'm not facing a lot of warriors. I was thinking Highlander warrior at this point. And then I was thinking definitely Highlander at that point. And then that's when I realized that's not a Highlander deck. What's going on? I don't know what I'm playing. Turn before, or this turn here, I don't deal with the Bomb Wrangler, and I end up paying for it. I could have cleared with Ultras probably, and kind of mana jammed him too with the mana burns, but instead I went a different direction, and he had a Rampage and was able to copy his 7/5 Bomb Wrangler. I was not expecting that play. So yeah, just getting surprised by what's the real threat of that deck kind of cost me there. Here I'm up against another Warlock. Warlocks seem to be half that kind of zoo list, half the control. I don't know if that's true, but that's kind of been my experience recently. The most recent version of the Control Warlock actually has a scary amount of heal with the Moarg Artificer. I didn't see a single Moarg Artificer in this game, but in a previous game, that had kind of allowed the Galakrond Warlock to really heal out of my range. Here I'm feeling pretty confident. Got him down to 10. Still feeling reasonably good at this point. Those consume magics on the left hand of my hand, they really weren't serving me all that much for a while. Like here I'm going to use one on a 1/1. It's an awkward game. He was kind of clearing my stuff without leaving me a ton of targets to use some of my stuff that I want to target, like I-Beam and Consume Magic in this game. The sack packs. I'm just not used to sack pack being used on the Frenzied Fellwings, so that kind of catches me by surprise. I don't necessarily need to play those or to even allow that to be an option. But yeah, I found myself kind of in a pickle. I looked at this game a little bit closer afterwards, and last turn, if I'd actually played Metamorphosis, I would have been able to get the possibility of getting lethal, because the 2 Volpair Scoundrels could have got me the damage I needed to finish the game. But because I didn't play the Metamorphosis, the Volpair Scoundrels really weren't going to do anything at that point. So yeah, that's kind of a bad 2-game spell. Trying to not let it be a 3-game spell here. Trying to make sure I mulligan correctly. I find mulliganing correctly after losing harder, because when I'm tilted, I'm just not thinking that clearly, and I get frustrated pretty easily, so that's not hard for me to do. Here in this game, I'm really using my health as a resource, thinking I can come back. I've got ability to clear his board. I've got Eldrazi Warblades in my deck. I'll be able to gain some health. I just need to stay out of lethal range. Also, when you're the one with lower health, that can actually play in your favor if you know that you can stave off the pressure, because they play a little bit more loose where they're trying to close the game, and that can lead to them kind of overcommitting some resources for later, that when you swing it, it goes in your favor. So with Mage, I'm expecting Highlander Mage. That Star Scryer kind of surprised me. I just am not used to that card yet. I'm in a good position for turn 4. It's interesting how I'm thinking of playing Ultras, but didn't really need it. So that game ended pretty easily. I end here the first part 3 and 2. I hope you'll watch the second part tomorrow. Thanks.